7th, 1963, and lived a comfortable life in Riverside, California, with her husband, Reverend Brian Taylor, and her 2 children. According to her husband and many people who knew Ramirez, she was a lovely person to be around and brought joy to everyone that she came across. But all of that changed on February 19th, 1994, when around 8:15 p.m., Ramirez was rushed to the hospital, suffering from severe heart palpitations. When brought into the emergency room of Riverside General Hospital, it was said that she was suffering from Sheen-Stokes respiration. Once in the emergency room, the medical staff injected her with lorazepam and diazepam, trying to sedate her. But no matter what they tried to inject into her, Ramirez wasn't responding well to the treatment, and the staff tried defibrillating her heart. Sometime after that, some of the team members from the medical team that was assisting noticed an oily sheen covering her entire body, making her look glossy all over. But things became even more strange when a registered nurse named Susan Kane tried to draw blood from Ramirez's arm and noticed an ammonia-like smell coming from the tube. She passed the syringe over to another medical resident who noticed manila-colored particles floating in her blood. But not long after, Susan Kane, who had just drawn blood from Ramirez, fainted to the ground, sending the entire medical staff into shock and confusion. They immediately rushed her out of the room, but not long after they removed Kane from the room, the registered nurse that she passed the blood to started becoming nauseated and also felt lightheaded. So she decided to go back to the nurse's station so that she could have a seat and try to gather herself. Another one of the staff members were there and asked her how she was doing, but before she could finish her sentence, she fainted as well. After the 2 staff members fell ill and passed out, it sent the staff members in the emergency room into a panic and ordered for there to be an immediate evacuation of the staff members and the patients. They were all moved to the parking lot, but that didn't stop strange things from happening. 23 people became ill. Everyone but Gloria was taken out of the emergency room, and a skeleton crew stayed behind to try to stabilize Ramirez. But after 45 minutes of CPR, Ramirez was pronounced dead from supposable kidney failure related to her cancer. After Ramirez's death and the sudden illness of 25 staff members, there was a special team that had to be organized, wearing hazmat suits to handle the body of Gloria Ramirez. The ER was searched for signs of poisonous gas, toxins, or other foreign substances. But there was absolutely nothing that they found that would explain why this woman was in this condition, and also why it affected the staff members just by standing around her. It took about a week for an autopsy to be done on Ramirez's body. The coroners had a difficult time examining her body due to the fact that by the time the body reached them, it was severely decomposed, to the point of her heart missing, and her organs were cross-contaminated with fecal matter. After the initial investigation, her body was sealed in an aluminum casket, and soon after this incident happened, the media got a hold of the story, dubbing Ramirez as the toxic lady. Due to coroners needing to investigate and examine Ramirez to try to find some answers, it was 10 weeks after her death when Ramirez was finally buried in Olivewood Memorial Park in Riverside, California. There have been many different theories that have come about since that incredibly strange day in the ER. It's been said that Gloria Ramirez could have been exposed to methylamine used in the production of methamphetamine. The reason why this theory exists is because at the time, Riverside County had been reported as one of the largest methamphetamine distribution points in the United States of America. And it was thought that there was a possibility that some of the hospital workers were smuggling chemicals in IV bags, and that one had possibly been mistakenly given to Gloria Ramirez. But no one has been able to come to an absolute confirmed and final conclusion of what caused Ramirez to die so suddenly her body to go under such a tragic and severe attack, and also why it caused staff members to fall ill and faint that were not just assisting her, but just by standing around her. But I want to know what you think. Do you think there's a possibility that something was injected into Gloria Ramirez, and there was a possibility that she could have survived if she hadn't? Or is this one of those medical mysteries that may never be solved? Let me know your thoughts and ideas down in the comments. I love to hear from you, and I want to know your thoughts. Thank you for joining me for another Mystery Addict video. And as always, stay weird. Normal's overrated. Bye.